Yo, what's good? I'm playing Roblox. You know what's the nice thing about Roblox? Is that the only people playing Roblox are a bunch of little kids. And you know what that means? It's fucking easy to beat everything. It's just meant for 9-year-olds, and my grown ass over here can just jump right in and beat the shit out of it. It's fun, and it boosts my ego. You know, when I'm having a bad day, I like to hop on any shooter on this game, and then just start hamming. And then I usually come out on top, and it's because everybody sucks ass. Is there anything wrong with that? I don't think so. You know, I fucking wonder, what are all these kids doing right now? It's 5 a.m. right now. Fuck, I wasn't paying attention. It's 5 a.m. and these kids in chat, what are y'all doing right now? You're supposed to be asleep. Yeah, I just got a notification on my phone from the Citizens app. I don't know if any of you use the Citizens app, but it just shows you like all the crime that's going on around you. And ever since I got it, I kind of realized that where I live is just pretty much GTA 5. It's just all that's happening. And the other day I saw on the Citizens app, the notification said that there were 10 people beating up one guy. There's 10 motherfuckers like just jumping one guy. And when I saw that, I was thinking like, what did he do? What did he do to make all these people angry? I could only wonder. And then usually at like 2 to 3 a.m., someone's getting checked. That happens all the fucking time. And it's weird because like you weren't aware of that beforehand, before this app. And speaking of this app, funny story. One time I was going home and this guy, it's dead at night. Not dead at night. It's fucking dead quiet. There's no cars passing by. There's no people walking around except one guy. I'm walking on the right sidewalk and this guy's walking across the street from me on the left sidewalk. And you don't think nothing of it. It's all right. I'm just going to go home and fucking chill out. I don't got to worry about shit. I'm not dying today. I'm not going to be on the Citizens app tonight. And then this guy crosses the street and with his hand in his pocket. And the way he's walking towards me, it's looking like, oh, he's coming towards me. He's not crossing the street to cross the street. He's walking like to me. And that's when like the flight or fight reaction kicks in. In the back of my neck, I'm just like getting that feeling, you know, like a cat, like its hair goes up. I'm like, oh shit, something's about to go down. I have a pocket knife in my right pocket. So I'm putting my hand in there, you know, I'm just looking nonchalant, I'm minding my own business. And this guy comes up to me and he's like, he's just scratching his neck, you know, he's doing all that tweaker shit. And he asked me like, hey man, you got any cigarettes? And I thought like, well, I can't, I'm not old enough to buy cigarettes. Also, no, I'm not just carrying those around. And I told him like, nah, I don't got nothing on me. I'm sorry. And he's like, oh, you got any money or something? And I'm like, no. And then at the time, I don't think this is a good idea to do because I think this is like the #1 way to get robbed. But what I did was I said, you know what I do have? I do have some weed. So I gave the fucking random homeless guy like a joint. And I was just giving it to him like, I mean, is this a good idea? I don't know. Like, is he gonna pull a knife on me? And I give it to him and he's like, oh, thanks. And then he looks at me, he's like, but do you have any cigarettes or something? And in that moment, I realized, okay, this guy is not gonna rob me. He's just having nicotine withdrawals. He's like fucking starving for that shit. He didn't give a shit about the weed. He was like, oh, I just need a cigarette. And I told him like, sorry, man. And then I bailed. And I thought about it and I was like, fuck, that was kind of weird. And I don't know if that was the right thing to do because when you're in that situation, you just gotta get the fuck out of there. No one was around me. It was just me and that guy. And luckily, oh, I forgot. He did pull something out. I forgot to say. He pulled out change and money. He was asking me, do you have money? And he pulled that out. Like, this guy was desperate. He was not a threat at that moment. So yeah, I walk away after that. What is it? After that, fuck, what's the word? Interaction. And I thought that was pretty weird. And then as I'm walking home, another person is walking towards me, but they're not walking towards me in the way that they want to talk to me. They're just walking in my general direction just because, you know? And this lady, she looks more fucked up than the other guy. She's like, you know, how the men of the street are, or the people of the street. They're moving around, their muscles all twitchy. This girl's twitching out, and I'm thinking, oh, fuck, it's another one. Ah, shit. So I put my hand in my pocket thinking, like, all right, you know, I don't want to use this thing, but just making sure. And as I'm walking by this lady, she's definitely a crackhead or something. As I'm walking by, she smells like cigarettes. She straight up smells like tobacco. And I didn't say anything. I didn't look at her. And as I'm walking by, she just says, hey. She says, hi, but in her voice, which is all fucked up. She was like, hi. And I didn't say shit. I was like, you know what? I had enough tonight. I'm just going to go home. I'm not going to risk that shit. I'm not going to get fucking... It's funny. Some guy asked me for cigarettes, and then like a minute later, someone passed by me that smells like cigarettes. Those two should have just met each other. They would have kicked it off. It would have been amazing. Oh, man. Fuck. Completely off topic. You weren't expecting to hear this today. It's the most random shit you can hear. So I have this thought in my head, this question that I've asked people, and it's a theoretical science question. So it's like, like when I ask it and you think about it, you're like, I don't fucking know. Like, who kind of asked that dumb ass question? And what the question is that if, let's say, you had the power, the superpower to stop time. It's regular shit, makes sense. Like, oh, I stop time, everything's still. It makes sense. Simple. So what if I told you, technically, since you're stopping time, does that mean you cannot see? Like, think about it. The only way you could see is the fucking photons going in your eyes. They're going in your eyes, reflecting out of your eyes. Whatever science bullshit. I'm not a scientist. I don't know this. You know how that works. Light goes in your eyes and you see. So if you stop time, will that technically stop photons and all that physics bullshit? And will that make you blind? I don't know the answer to that question. I've only had that question. And every time I ask somebody, they're like, well, I don't know. I'm not a fucking rocket scientist. How am I supposed to know that? So do any real scientists out there, just think about it. I mean, I guess technically if you stop time, maybe you just die because, like, I don't know, you can't breathe. Some bullshit, I don't know how that shit works, but yeah, that's just food for thought. Another thing is like this meme you see on the internet. It's not really a meme, but it's a funny little scenario where, let's say you grab somebody from back in time, some, what is it called? Medieval peasant. Grab a random medieval peasant. This guy, if you look up the average diet or like the normal diet of a peasant in medieval times, I don't know what it is, but I'm just gonna guess it's like vegetables, dirty water because they don't know how to clean water, alcohol, whatever they can fucking find. Honestly, it's probably just potatoes and like just soup or some soup type of thing. So you get that type of person, right? You yank them in our time. Just one motherfucker, random motherfucker. The only thing he's eating in all his life is carrots and potatoes. And you give this guy one thing from our time. And you can choose whatever it can be. Like, right off the top of your head, like a candy. The sweetest thing this motherfucker is eating is probably an orange. Or an apple or something. So imagine giving an old peasant from medieval times. You give this guy a ring pop. Or, okay, maybe not that. Like a Sour Patch Kid. Or what are those things called? Warheads? I just imagine how fucking stupid that'd be. They would die. I think they would die. Their brain would just overreact and explode. It's just... what is it? They'll probably like come in their pants a little bit. It would. It's just so much satisfaction. All those endorphins and chemicals in their head. It's like, oh shit, this is amazing. You could... definitely, they could die. If you give old peasant maybe like a Pepsi or something, all that sugar just... all that blood sugar spikes in their body and their liver just fails. There's got to be some science behind it. There's no way they don't die. It's got to be incredibly unhealthy for them, as I'd imagine. Or like maybe like a potato chip. You give these fuckers potato chips, they'll get addicted immediately because they don't know any better. Their teeth are probably falling apart. They'd love that shit. Oh fuck! Imagine how good that'd be. Just get like some like a peasant, but there's oh my god. They're starving to death. Okay, maybe not that. That's fucked up. Like they've been hungry for a week. They haven't had good food in a while, and you just give them a fat In-N-Out burger. Oh my god, that'd be. I think they'd cry. It'd be so good. They would like write a song or whatever they do. You know, they write a story or like they paint a painting because it's so good. They gotta just express their feelings. It was so good, and then they die. God damn it. Okay, you know what's gross? So I work at a Yogurtland, right? And this place reminded me of it because it's just fucking candy everywhere. And so I work at this Yogurtland, and our average customer is just little kids and their parents. You know, just families coming in. And about like a few days ago, the grossest thing happened. Well, this happens all the fucking time, but it's just like when you say it out loud, it's just disgusting. So, so this family comes in. And I'm usually not paying attention. Like, what I have to do when people come in, we have to greet them like, oh, hello, you know, welcome to Yogurtland. You know, we're going to get diabetes. Just give us your fucking money. Come inside. And this family comes in. If I recall, it's like 2 little kids. And if you've ever been into a Yogurtland, they have toppings in the front and it's self-serve. I don't know if you knew that. You go in, get your cup, get your yogurt, and then get your toppings, which is a bunch of candy, cookies, fruit, whatever. So this family's going to get their shit, and it's all normal. And I'm cleaning the machines, and this kid's standing next to me. And I look at him, and he just looks normal. And what I didn't notice is that he came in barefoot. A little, like, 8-year-old came in barefoot. It just fucking, I don't know, man. Like, it was just so nasty because it's like, I don't know how they walked in here. It's just cement outside. It's like asphalt and tar, and it's a piping hot sun. I don't know how this kid managed to step on that without fucking dying and dropping to his knees. So he's standing there, and then when he's walking around, he's lifting his foot. I can see under it. It's black. This kid, and it's not that they're poor. It's not that. This kid's in his shorts. The rest of the family's wearing shoes, and they're all like well dressed. It's just this fucking kid. It's this gross little shit, and the parents don't give a fuck. And I'm just thinking like, oh man. All our customers that come in here, when they're stepping around their shoes, you know what's on the bottom of your shoe? It's fucking dick shit. It's piss and like dog poop and spit, and it's just all kinds of bacteria and fucking fungi. You can get like, I don't know, it's AIDS on the bottom of your shoe, and this kid's walking barefoot around. It just grossed me out. I don't know if anybody else, I don't know if this is a normal thing, but here, ugh, disgusting. And another day, speaking of disgusting kids, this other kid and their family they were pieces of shit. Not really, but like they weren't the nicest people. So they come in, do normal shit, and this kid is just running around doing whatever the fuck he wants. And then the mom is like half-assing, like, "Hey, come back," but then like kind of like stops paying attention after 2 minutes. So this kid's running around, and this was at a point where during COVID we had to serve the toppings to the customers. So Yogurtland is self-serve, but because of COVID, most stores right now are doing it so that the employee gives you the toppings. So you give us the yogurt, and then we just do the toppings. And that's going on. So in order to prevent customers from grabbing the toppings like savages, we put saran wrap, like clear plastic, in front of the toppings, so they can look at what they want, and then we just give it to them. You know, simple, easy, and obviously we have that there to prevent people from, you know, grabbing the toppings with their bare hands. And what fucking surprises me is that some people just look at that, and they're in that situation, they look at that, and they're like, oh yeah, I'll just put my hand around the saran wrap. Like, are you fucking stupid? Are you stupid? How dumb can you be? Do you realize that that's there for a fucking reason? And when an adult does it, it's kind of like, come on, man, you got common sense in common. But when a kid does it, it's like, yeah, I know you're a little shit, but your parents should be taking care of you. And this little kid that came in, he wasn't being taken care of. So this little kid, I think it was a little girl, stupid little girl. So she's standing in front of the saran wrap, and you know, this little kid is looking at all this candy. We have so much candy and snacks and treats. I imagine it's like a crack kid coming into a store full of crack. You know, it's just their dream. They're just getting overloaded with senses. You know, it's just like, oh fuck, all this sugar in front of me, and I can have it all, and they don't know. So this little girl standing in front of there, she sees the M&Ms and the cookies and stuff. So what happens is this girl starts putting her hand like on the plastic, and she just starts ripping through it, and she's about to grab some dark chocolate. And I'm about to say like, hey, yo, what the fuck are you doing? And then her mom's just like, oh shit, yells at her name, slaps her in the face, and it's just like, don't fucking do that, and then yanks her out of there. And I'm just thinking like, this kid didn't give a fuck. These kids don't give a shit because they don't know any better. If I was that kid, I would have done that. If I'm in a fucking candy store, I'd be like, oh shit, free candy? Oh fucking hell yeah. Coming in barefoot and shit. No fucking decency. Oh, it's disgusting. But, I like the job. It's fun. Some kids are polite. Some kids come in and they'll say please and thank you. And I'm just amazed. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you actually are nice? Like, your parents raised you well? I don't expect every kid to come in there to do that. I was a fucking idiot when I was a kid. But when they do come in and they're super nice and polite, I love it. It's adorable, too, because it's like, oh, man, life is going to beat your ass when you grow up. You don't fucking know, but you're so cute. Yeah, it's alright.